Today we're going over 5 Pro Tools shortcuts you don't know about. That's all right. How would you have known? How would you have known? That's why you're here. It's all good. Let's get it. Aloha Gang, welcome back to the channel, your #1 spot for studio talk. If you're new here and you want to grow your production and mixing skills, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you never miss a thing. That's okay. I'll wait. As you guys start on your career mixing, editing, just creating in Pro Tools, you realize how time consuming these projects can actually be. This is why shortcuts are your best friend. These next 5 tips are gonna get you working fast and working like a pro. Stick around to the end because I got 2 bonus tips for you. All right, let's jump on in. All right, you guys, starting us off, tip #1, this is duplicate a region backwards. This is great if you work with a lot of loops, but check this out. So you grab your grabber tool, which is the little hand icon up here, and you hit Control, Alt, Command, and you click on the region, and it duplicates it backwards right up against it. So this is great. Like I said, if you're arranging, I have an empty spot right here, Control, Alt, Command, click, and now it's filled in. This is what it was before. Have a little break right here. Let's say you change your mind. Control, Alt, Command, click. Boom, right up against the region before. This is great. What are you guys working on? I'm gonna leave the commands for both a Mac or PC, but I'd love to know what you guys are actually using at home. So comment below, Mac or PC. Okay, so for tip #2, this is gonna save you a lot of time when you're setting up your tracks. For me in particular, I'll be setting up drum tracks. Normally you would come in, and I'm sure you guys do this like I used to do, kick drum, and then you hit enter, and then you double click audio 2, snare, bottom, enter, and then double click audio 3, snare, top, and so on and so forth. But instead of doing that, what you can do is as you're typing your first one, you hit, let's say you're typing in kick drum and you want to go to the next one, command return instead of just return, and it'll set you up with the next track. So now I'm going snare top, snare bottom, hi-hat, tom, and so on and so forth. So this can save you a lot of time when you're setting up your sessions. Another great way of saving time when you're setting up your sessions is to start from a template. If you guys don't know how to do that, I'm gonna leave a link to this video that I have on mixing tips, and I have a section in that, so check it out. Tip #3, tab to transient. This is a great function when you're editing and you're getting into the nitty-gritty of chopping things up. So what you'll do to turn it on, you can use your mouse and click right here, tab to transients. But what I like to do to turn it on and off is Option, Command, Tab, turns it on, and when you hit the tab button, it will bring you to the next closest transient. So let's say I wanted to make a chop right there. I hit tab. It's going to bring me to the next closest transient, going to hit a chop right there, and then I have a piece that I can move back and forth as I want to. This is a great tool when you're editing. If you want to learn more about that, just comment tab down below and I'll do a whole video on tab to transient because it's a really cool feature. Okay, tip #4 is create clip groups. This is great after you've gone in and you've made all of your edits and you're working on some arrangement ideas. You can grab a bunch of clips and you're gonna hit Option, Command G, and that's gonna just group everything together, which makes it easier to move forward, back, up and down. As you can see, this is a great feature. You can also use it instead of consolidating a file because that will, make another WAV file. You can just take a whole track of all your edits and group it, and then you have it consolidated. Do you guys have any shortcuts that you use currently that you think are great? Leave them in the comment section below. I would love to know what you guys are using. Tip #5 is a zoom feature that allows for speedy navigation. Let's say you are working on a clip right here. I have a vocal track that I'm working on, and I just based on this, I don't know exactly where it is in the song. So if I hit Alt or Option A, it'll zoom out and give me the whole song front to back. And then if I want to go back to what I was working on, I'll hit Alt or Option F, and then I'm back to my section I was working on. This is great because you can easily get lost once you're zoomed in all the way. You don't know what part of the song you're working on in particular. So you can always go Alt, Option A for reference, and then go back to working on it. Awesome feature. All right, here we are. We're in the bonus round. I got 2 pro tips for you. Bonus tip number 1 is the nudge feature. This is great for vocals or drums to sit them more in the pocket. I use this all the time. What you do is you hit Control and then the little greater than or less than symbol on your keyboard. Or if you have a numeric keypad attached to your keyboard, you can hit the plus or minus. I like to use this especially on vocals after I've done all my editing and move it forward or back until it sits exactly in the pocket where I like it. All right, tip number 2 is a shortcut for record enable. I've got my vocals set up right here and I'm about to record. Instead of clicking this button right here, you hit Shift R and you are record enabled. You're good to go. You can also do it with a group of tracks. So let's say I'm recording my drums. Boom, all of them record enabled. It's gonna save you time on the back end. Shortcuts can keep your workflow smooth and seamless. If you're a beginner, don't worry. It can seem daunting. I know there's a ton of them, but force yourself to use these because after a little bit of time, you'll be editing like a pro. Also, if you're a beginner, make sure you check out this video on how to set up a vocal track and get started on recording vocals today. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you drop a like, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram at AlohaAlex. I will see you guys real soon. Peace.